Hi everybody, it's Jules here, and I'm going to do my 32-week pregnancy update for you. It was a pretty busy week. I had a second baby shower. The first one was for my friends and family, basically, and the second one was for mostly Todd. No. He loves my hair elastics, but I need this. And this was ladies from my mom's church. And it was really nice. We kind of had to separate them because both were at my mom's house, and it was just too much to do it all together. So we did have two, and it was really nice. It was more of like an afternoon tea kind of deal. And I received a beautiful handmade quilt. I'll show you in the nursery tour. But it's really beautiful. It's like green and yellow and gender neutral, and the back is all flannel, and there's monkey patterns, and the fabrics are really beautiful. Plus there's like a vine leaf detailing embossed in the stitches. It's really, really nice. Todd, can you stop? You're gonna knock my camera down. Todd, you're gonna knock my camera down. Get down, come on. And then I also received like a hand knit sweater and just some really unique and beautiful gifts. So it was a really nice afternoon, and I'm really thankful for that. While that was taking place, my father and husband and father-in-law were assembling the crib. We ordered that, and with my mother-in-law, they very generously paid for that for us. So yeah, I had arrived at Sears, and my dad went with the van to go pick it up, and then they all were at my house to assemble it. So I came home from the shower, and the room was like kind of ready, and it really excited me because I could wash all the clothes and put it away. And that is the next note. I have here that I washed everything mostly from the two showers and some of the other stuff I had been collecting. I got a baby wash from Target. I'll have to show it to you sometime. It's more of a natural plant-based detergent. So anyway, things are starting to get together now in the room. I still have to kind of organize the drawers and figure out which drawers will be for baby and which drawers will be for me, because I still need some of that storage for my own clothes. So I attended a home birth info night at the midwife's clinic, and I think I'd mentioned in my last video that they would let us know when they were gonna hold it, like, because our name was on the list. And so I got a phone call on Monday at 3 p.m. and they're like, oh, it's at 6:30 tonight. And I was like, oh geez, because I was kind of in the other side of town and had to get home like during rush hour time. So I raced over there, and I ended up being the only person that could make it because it was so last minute. And apparently it was a miscommunication between the midwife that was running it and the office staff kind of thing. But I just felt really, really bad that they still held it and I was the only one there. So it was great for me because I got to have so much one-on-one attention. I got to ask so many questions. But they also had a guest speaker, which is basically a mom that had a home birth recently, and she brought her baby in. And so I felt so bad that she had to drag her baby out in the cold and then sit there and talk to me for, I think it was like an hour. It was over an hour that we sat there talking. And so the midwife had all her equipment laid out, and if you've seen The Business of Being Born, then you might remember the scene of the midwife packing up like her suitcase thing to take to a home birth. And it's all the same equipment that a level 1 hospital would have. It's basically all the basic delivery equipment that a hospital would have, unless it's like a specialized hospital for like emergency births and that kind of thing. So she talked to me about all the equipment they would use right away for the baby, and basically in any room that you'd give birth in, they have to have their baby station set up so they can check all the vitals and have the oxygen ready or whatever upon delivery. And then she showed me like the drugs that they would give me if I was bleeding for some reason, and just all her different equipment. We went through it all, and it was really great to kind of just see what would take place during a home birth, and if any of the medical interventions that might be needed. Basically, like, she does have Pitocin on hand and a couple things that she could shoot me up with. Hospital, they can't give an epidural or anything like that, but it is comforting to know that there are some medications on hand if I needed them. So yeah, my husband and I are still leaning towards that. He was unable to attend the home birth info night because of the such last minute scheduling, but they said they're going to have another one in early January, so I will probably attend again with him so he can see it for himself. Because one thing I really realized is that you have to have the full support of your partner in this journey, because without it you won't be able to relax and progress as in a natural birth like you would want to, because you'd be worried about him being worried kind of thing. So he is on board, and I just want to make sure he's fully informed, because as you know, knowledge is power, and yeah, that's kind of where we're at, so that's exciting. We had a midwife appointment a couple days after that, and everything was good. Because my pregnancy is going well so far, I am a candidate for the home birth, and so it's kind of just in my file, and it is what it is right now, and we'll talk more about it again at a later date, I guess. Oh, and we got a kit. It has some paperwork in it, some information, and then like some sheets, like physical, not waterproof sheets, but like some of the stuff they would use. I think there's a sample of vitamin D drops, the peri bottle, syringe bottle thing for cleansing after birth and stuff. So I got a package of that kind of stuff. So that makes it a little bit more real. It's sitting on my dining room table. A bad spot for it, but there it is. I hadn't gained any weight since the last appointment, which I was kind of freaked out about, but the midwife says like you're still measuring properly. Like I had grown in the measurement, so the baby's still growing, but I guess not gaining much weight during this time. I know I will later. But yeah, so there's that as well. And then I just made a note about going to the prenatal yoga. So in my last video, I had commented on how I wasn't finding it challenging and this and that and this and that, but I realized in the first week, both times after I had my class, I felt so drained the next day, and the next day was a write-off. Like I didn't do much at all, just because I was so tired and not sick, but just kind of sick. Like I didn't feel energized, and I was talking to my sister about it, who's been practicing yoga for a long time, and she said that yeah, it took her a little while for yoga to start energizing her and like reaping the benefits that you'd expect from practicing. So anyway, I take my words back. It is challenging in a different way than you'd expect. My body did have to get used to it, but now that I'm more than halfway into it, my body has adjusted much more to the practice of yoga, and I'm enjoying it a lot more, and I'm not feeling as crappy the next day, so that's good. But really, that is it for my 32-week update. Oh, as I was saying, I'm not going to show you my belly because I was at a holiday party tonight, and then I was like, oh, I kind of look okay, so I should film something. So I kind of just threw on whatever was lying on the chair. But because the belly is kind of like expanding to the side here, there's a constant, I can't tell if it's a foot or a knee. I think it might be a heel, but I've never seen like a foot imprint. But anyway, it's like always poking out here now. And so when I feel movement, it's often like that kicking motion, or just like the heel pushing out, or knee or whatever it is, pushing out. But yeah, the baby is head down, and the back is here, and the butt, and then like the knees and the legs here. So it's kind of hard to kind of envision exactly what is poking me, but it's like a constant thing. Usually my belly is like a bit lumpy to the side here because the little pokiness. It's kind of funny though. So that is it for my 32-week update. Everything is going well. I still feel pretty great. Sleeping has been great. As great as can be expected to be on your left side or your right side or your left side or your right side. But yeah, no, overall I feel really good, and the nursery's coming together, which feels great, and the clothes are being washed, which feels great as well. And things are feeling more real and better prepared, I'll put it that way. So I know once we hit Christmas in January, I'm gonna feel like super ready to have this baby, because until then it's always like, oh, there's Christmas, and then once Christmas is done, it's gonna be like, oh, there's this baby coming. Anyway, quick shout out to Reality Jumad. She had her beautiful baby boy Malik. Can't wait to hear more about her labor and delivery, and you should subscribe to her for sure if you want to hear about little life with a newborn and having 2 other children. This is her 3rd, so congrats, Julie, and that is it for my video. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.